At 29, I am the family's ghost. They see me as Peyton, the Caltech dropout who settled for a boring admin job. But from the back of this glittering auditorium, my real identity is my shield. Senior Analyst, U.S. Cyber Command. They are here to celebrate my brother and his mentor, Marcus Thorne. But I'm here for my mission. Target designation Foxhall. The man they call a cornerstone, I'm here to tear down, even if he takes my entire family with him. Before I share my full story, let me know where you're watching from in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe if you've ever had to make an impossible choice for your family. Trust me, you'll want to hear what happened next. I sit in the back row of the tech auditorium, my black dress blending into the shadows of the sleek, glass-walled room overlooking Puget Sound. The water glints like shattered obsidian under the fading Seattle dusk. Up front, the Silicon Forest elite clink champagne flutes, their laughter sharp and bright. My family, Mom, Dad, and my younger brother Liam, sit in the front row, bathed in the glow of the stage. They're here for Liam, the golden child, the COO of Thorne Dynamics, about to be honored for the launch of Aura, their revolutionary AI platform. I'm here for something else entirely, Marcus Thorne, the man they all adore, the man I know as target designation, Foxhall. The auditorium hums with anticipation. I'm a ghost in this room, unnoticed, my presence an awkward footnote in the family's story. Mom's voice carries faintly from the front, her words slicing through the chatter. We're just so grateful one of them found their path. She's talking to a woman in a pearl necklace, her hand brushing a tear from her eye. The jab lands like ice in my veins, but I don't flinch. Years of training have taught me to keep my face still, my breathing even. I'm Peyton, Senior Analyst for the U.S. Cyber Command's Market Integrity Task Force. I don't break. Not anymore. Marcus Thorne takes the stage, his tailored suit catching the spotlight like he was born for it. He's all charisma, his smile a polished weapon. The crowd leans forward, hanging on his every word. He talks about Liam, his brilliance, his vision, his loyalty. Dad beams, his chest puffed out like he's the one being honored. Mom's hand rests on Liam's arm, her pride a quiet, radiant thing. I watch them, my family so close yet a universe away. They think I'm a failure. The daughter who threw away a Caltech PhD for a dead-end admin research job. They don't know I spend my nights decrypting code that could topple empires. Thorne's voice cuts through my thoughts, smooth as velvet. Aura is more than technology, he says. It's trust. It's integrity. The crowd erupts in applause, but I feel the weight of his words differently. Integrity. The irony burns. I know what he's done, stolen my work, built his empire on my broken dreams. Operation Foxhall isn't just a mission, it's personal. I grip the edge of my seat, my resolve hardening like steel. I'm here to bring him down, no matter what it costs. The gala ends and the crowd spills into the reception hall. I linger near a window, the cool glass grounding me as I watch my family mingle. Liam's laugh rings out, easy and bright, as he shakes hands with tech moguls. He's so proud, so blind to the rot at the heart of Thorne Dynamics. Dad raises a glass, his voice carrying over the room. To Marcus Thorne, he says, a man of unimpeachable integrity, a friend who's been our cornerstone. The word cornerstone snags in my mind, odd and heavy. Thorne claps Dad's shoulder, a gesture that looks warm to everyone else but feels wrong to me. It's too firm, too possessive, like a handler marking an asset. A chill creeps up my spine. There's something here I'm missing, something bigger than I thought. I slip out before anyone notices, the Seattle night swallowing me whole. My heart is a storm, anger, hurt, and a cold, unyielding determination. I'm the black sheep, the outcast, but I'm also the only one who sees the truth. And I'll tear it all down, even if it means tearing my family apart. The rain-slicked streets of Seattle blur past my windshield as I drive back to my apartment, the Gala's glow fading in my rearview mirror. My mind churns, replaying Dad's toast, Thorne's grip on his shoulder. Cornerstone. The word sticks like a burr. I've spent years chasing Marcus Thorne, piecing together his empire's cracks, but tonight felt different. It wasn't just Thorne, it was Dad, Mom, Liam, all of them caught in his orbit, blind to the wolf in their midst. I think back to Caltech, 6 years ago. I was 23, burning with ambition, my predictive algorithm on the verge of changing the world. It could have saved lives, prevented infrastructure failures. My family was so proud then. Dad bragging to his golf buddies, Mom sending me care packages with handwritten notes. But when it all fell apart, so did their faith in me. They didn't understand why I walked away. They thought I cracked under pressure, threw away my future. The truth was uglier. I pull into my parking garage, the fluorescent lights buzzing overhead. My apartment is a fortress of solitude. Sparse, functional, a government-issued laptop on a folding table. I pour a glass of water, my hands steady despite the ache in my chest. They don't know I'm not a failure. They don't know I'm hunting the man who stole my life. My phone buzzes with an encrypted message from a contact inside Thorne Dynamics. Pike Place. Tomorrow, 2 a.m. Bring cash. I delete it, my pulse quickening. This is what I do. Clandestine drops, informants, code analysis that could make or break nations. I'm good at it, better than I ever was at Caltech. But every step closer to Thorne feels like a step further from my family. The next night I'm at Pike Place Market, the air thick with the smell of fish and rain. The informant is a shadow in a hoodie, his eyes darting. He doesn't have a file, just a small, heavy object he presses into my palm, a challenge coin, the kind Thorne gives to early employees. It's not about the data, he whispers, his voice trembling. It's about the vessel. Check the cornerstone from the 18 launch. Before I can ask more, he's gone, swallowed by the crowd. Back in my lab, I examine the coin under a microscope. It's not just metal. It's a cold storage hardware key, intricate and encrypted. My heart races. The cornerstone isn't a metaphor. It's Thorne's original master server from 2018. If I can access its unwiped partitions, I'll have the proof I need to bury him. But there's a catch. I need 2 forms of authentication. The coin is one. The other is a C-suite biometric key. Only 3 people have that access. Thorne, his CFO, and Liam. My stomach twists. Liam, my little brother who used to follow me around with wide eyes, who thought I could do anything. He's Thorne's right hand now, his loyalty unshakable. To get to that server, I'll have to go through him, betray him, manipulate him, or worse. The weight of it presses down, heavy as the Seattle rain. I'm alone in this more than ever, and the truth I'm chasing might cost me the only family I have left. I can't sleep. The coin sits on my desk, glinting under the desk lamp, like a taunting eye. It's 3 a.m. and my safe house feels too small, the walls closing in. My mind drifts back to Caltech. To the moment everything broke. I was so close to something real. My algorithm, my baby, designed to predict and prevent disasters. I could see it saving power grids, stopping blackouts, keeping people safe. Dr. Alistair Finch, my professor, saw it too. He was charming, brilliant, the kind of mentor who made you feel like you were part of something bigger. I trusted him. That was my mistake. Finch took my work, stripped out the safety protocols, and sold it. I found out too late when I saw my code, gutted, twisted, powering a shadowy startup. I went to the ethics board, my hands shaking as I laid out the evidence. They didn't believe me. They said I was stressed, unstable. A week later, a massive endowment landed at Caltech, and my case was buried. I was the crazy one. The dropout, the disappointment. I left, my dreams in ashes, my family's pride turned to pity. It wasn't until I joined Cyber Command that I learned the truth. The endowment came from Marcus Thorne. He didn't just buy my stolen code, he orchestrated the cover-up, used his money to silence me, to erase me. That's when Operation Foxhole was born. It's not just about justice, it's about taking back what he stole, not just from me, but from everyone his greed has hurt. I shake off the memory, my fingers tracing the coin's edge. It's a key to the truth, but it's also a key to Liam. I think of him at the Gala, his easy smile, his faith in Thorne. He doesn't know what I know. He doesn't see the wolf behind the mentor's mask. I want to protect him, to keep him out of this, but I can't. Not if I'm going to finish this. The next day, I'm at a coffee shop, pretending to read while I watch the world go by. My phone buzzes, a text from Mom, inviting me to a family dinner tomorrow. "We'd love to see you, Peyton," it says, and I can hear her voice, soft and hopeful, tinged with the same disappointment I've felt for years. I want to say no, to keep my distance, but I need to see Liam. I need to figure out how to get his biometric key without breaking him. I close my eyes, the weight of it all pressing down. I'm not just fighting Thorne. I'm fighting the life I could have had, the family I could have kept. The coin feels heavier in my pocket, a reminder of the choice I'm making. I'm the black sheep, the one who sees what no one else does. But seeing the truth doesn't make it easier to carry. it just makes it mine. The rain hasn't stopped, a relentless Seattle drizzle that mirrors the churn in my gut. I'm in my lab, a sterile box tucked away in a nondescript government building, the coin under a magnifying lens. Its surface is etched with circuits, a cold storage key so sophisticated it could hold a nation's secrets. The whistleblower's words echo, "It's not about the data, it's about the vessel." Check the cornerstone from the 18 launch. I've traced it. The cornerstone is Thorne Dynamics' original master server, buried in their headquarters data vault. It's the key to exposing Marcus Thorne, but it's locked behind two authentications: this coin and a C-suite biometric key, Liam's key. My hands tremble as I set the coin down. Liam, my little brother, who used to sneak into my room to read my coding books, who believed I could do anything. Now he's Thorne's right-hand man, his loyalty a wall I can't climb. To get that biometric key, I'll have to lie to him, manipulate him, or worse, betray him. The thought makes my chest ache, like a bruise I can't stop pressing. I'm good at my job, damn good, but this feels like a line I can't uncross. I head to Pike Place again. The market's late-night shadows my cover. The whistleblower's gone dark, but I need more. I slip into a dive bar nearby, where a contact, a jittery ex-Thorne coder named Sam, meets me. His hands shake as he slides me a burner phone with a single audio file. "This is all I could get," he mutters, eyes darting. "It's from the 18 launch, Thorne's voice. Listen to the end." I nod, slipping him an envelope of cash before he vanishes into the rain. Back in my car, I play the file. Thorne's voice, smooth and commanding, pitches the server's launch to investors. He calls it the cornerstone of our future, his words dripping with promise. Then a pause, and his tone shifts. Lower, colder. "We control the vessel. We control the outcome." The file cuts off. My pulse races. The vessel, the coin, the server. It's not just stolen code, it's something bigger, something that could hurt people on a scale I haven't dared imagine. I dig deeper, cross-referencing server specs from Thorne's public filings. The 18 Cornerstone server has unwiped partitions, a digital time capsule of Thorne's early deals. If I can access it, I'll have proof of his crimes. My stolen algorithm, his market manipulations, everything. But Liam's biometric key is the only way in. I lean back, the rain drumming on my windshield. I'm hunting a wolf, but the path leads through my own blood. The isolation of it, the weight of betraying my brother, presses down until I can barely breathe. The waterfront house smells like roasted garlic and regret. I'm at my parents' place for dinner, the first time in months. The table is set with Mom's good china, a desperate attempt to pretend we're still a family. Liam's here, his tie loosened, his smile strained. Dad's at the head, his laugh too loud, like he's trying to drown out the silence. Mom fusses over the lasagna, her hands fluttering like she's nervous. I sit across from Liam, my fork heavy in my hand, every bite tasting like ash. I came to talk to him, to find a way to get his biometric key without shattering him. But every time I look at him, I see the kid who used to beg me to explain algorithms, his eyes wide with wonder. Now he's talking about Aura, his voice bright with pride. "It's going to change everything, Peyton," he says. "Marcus says it's the future." I nod, my throat tight. He doesn't know the future was mine first. Mom catches my eye, her smile soft but sad. After dinner she pulls me aside, her hand warm on my arm. "I know things have been distant," she says, her voice barely above a whisper. She hands me a small wrapped gift. "I thought you should have this." I unwrap it, my fingers clumsy. It's a framed photo from my first year at Caltech. Me, smiling, hopeful, with a younger Liam grinning beside me. The sight of it twists something deep inside, a reminder of everything I lost. "Thanks," I mutter, my voice flat. It feels like a jab, a reminder of who I was supposed to be. I excuse myself to the bathroom, the frame clutched in my hands. I'm ready to toss it, to let the glass shatter in the trash. But as I pry open the cheap backing, something falls out, a micro USB drive, tiny and black, with a folded scrap of paper taped to it. My heart stumbles. I unfold the paper, my hands shaking. Mom's handwriting small and precise. He thinks I don't know. This is all I could get. "Be careful, my daughter." I stare at the words, my breath catching. Mom. All these years, I thought she was ashamed of me, her disappointment a quiet blade. But she's been watching, listening, playing a part. She's not my enemy, she's my ally, risking everything to help me. The realization hits like a wave, warm and overwhelming, but it's laced with fear. If Thorne finds out, she's not safe. I clutch the drive, my resolve hardening. I'm not alone anymore, but the stakes are higher than ever. I'm back at my safe house, the USB drive plugged into my laptop. The screen glows with Mom's files, off-ledger financial records meticulously copied. My hands shake as I scroll through them. It's the smoking gun I've been chasing. Thorne didn't just steal my algorithm, he used it to orchestrate glitches in the stock market, timed with a regional power grid failure in 19. He shorted stocks, made billions, while families lost homes, businesses collapsed. It's corporate sabotage, a betrayal of everything he claims to stand for. I cross-reference the shell corporations hiding the profits. My stomach drops. Half the accounts are signed by Dad. Thorne convinced him they were legal tax shelters, leveraging their old friendship to make him an unwitting accomplice. Dad, with his proud toasts and blind trust, is a money launderer for a scheme that ruined lives. The truth will destroy Thorne, but it'll take my father down too. My family? My home. I sit back, the room spinning. I've won, I have the proof to end this. But it feels like losing. Mom's note burns in my mind. Be careful, my daughter. She knew what this would cost. She gave me the truth anyway, trusting me to carry it. For the first time in years I feel protected, held by her quiet courage. But it's a fragile shield. If I use this, I'll tear our family apart. If I don't, Thorne walks free, and everything I fought for is for nothing. I think of Liam, his faith in Thorne, his life built on lies. I have to tell him, but how? He's not just my brother. He's the key to the server, the final piece. I'm trapped, the walls closing in. The coin sits on my desk, a cold reminder of the choice I can't escape. I'm not just fighting for justice, I'm fighting for us, for the family we used to be. But the truth might be the end of us all. The air in Liam's office feels too thin, like I'm breathing at the edge of a cliff. The coin is in my pocket, the USB drive tucked against my chest, Mom's note a burning weight in my heart. Liam sits across from me, his desk a fortress of glass and steel, the Seattle skyline glittering through the window behind him. He's still in his suit, tie gone, his face a mix of exhaustion and confusion. Peyton, what's this about? He asks, his voice soft but wary. I've never been good at lying to him, but tonight I have to tell him the truth. I start slow, my words careful like stepping through a minefield. I tell him about Caltech, about Finch stealing my algorithm, about Thorne's endowment that buried me. His eyes narrow, but he listens. Then I lay out the rest, Thorne's market manipulations, the grid failure, the billions he made while people lost everything. I slide the USB drive across the desk, Mom's files glowing on my laptop screen. This is what he's done, Liam, I say. And Dad, he's part of it. Not on purpose, but Thorne used him. Those shell corporations? Dad's name is on them. Liam's face crumples, like a kid who's just been told his hero is a fraud. No, he whispers, shaking his head. Marcus wouldn't. Dad wouldn't. But the evidence is there, undeniable, and I see it break him. For a moment, I'm not the analyst, not the hunter, just his big sister, watching her brother's world collapse. I want to reach for him, to pull him close like when we were kids, but there's no time. An alert flashes on his computer, security lockdown initiated, all access restricted. Thorne knows. The lights flicker and I hear boots in the hallway. Thorne's private security, not rent-a-cops but a tactical team, moving fast. Liam, I say, my voice sharp, we have to get to the server vault. Now. He stares at me, his eyes wide, but something shifts. He nods, his jaw tight. He's with me. We move, slipping out of his office as alarms blare. Liam's fingers fly over his phone, triggering fire alarms on other floors, rerouting elevators, overriding security doors. The building turns chaotic, buying us seconds. We sprint through corridors, the coin heavy in my pocket, Liam's biometric key our only shot. We're close to the vault when my phone rings. I answer, my breath ragged. It's Dad, his voice raw, breaking. Peyton, he says. He called me. He knows. The cornerstone, it's not the server name, it's the boot password. My birthday. I'm sorry. The line goes dead. I stop, my heart pounding. Dad's chosen me, chosen the truth, even if it destroys him. His atonement is a lifeline, but it's also a goodbye. We reach the vault, Liam's hand shaking as he scans his biometric key. The door hisses open, and I slide the coin into the server's port. The screen prompts for the password. I type Dad's birthday, my fingers steady despite the chaos. The system unlocks, and I initiate a data transfer to my task force. every damning bite streaming out. Thorne's empire is crumbling, and I'm the one holding the hammer. Months later, the Seattle air feels lighter, the summer sun warm on my skin. I'm at Mom and Dad's waterfront house, the backyard quiet except for the sizzle of burgers on the grill. No guests, no gala, just us, Mom, Dad, Liam and me. The family home feels smaller now, stripped of its old grandeur. The fortunes tied up in legal battles, the family name a headline for all the wrong reasons. Thorne's arrest made national news, his jet grounded mid-flight as he tried to flee. Dad surrendered the next day, his cooperation earning him a reduced sentence. He's out on bail, his trial looming, but he's here, flipping burgers like it's just another Sunday. I sip a ginger ale, the cold glass grounding me. Liam's across the lawn, tossing a frisbee to Mom's old dog, his laugh a little hollow but real. He resigned from Thorne Dynamics, his career in ruins, but he's free. I watch him, my heart aching. We're not the same siblings we were, but we're something new, partners, survivors. Mom sets a plate in front of me, her hand lingering on my shoulder. It's the first time in years her touch doesn't carry judgment, just warmth. I look up and her eyes meet mine, steady and proud. She doesn't say it, but I feel it. I see you, Peyton. I always did. Dad catches my eye from the grill, his face lined with regret but softer now. He gives me a small nod, the kind you give someone you respect, not pity. I nod back, my throat tight. I'm not the failure anymore, not the black sheep they couldn't understand. I'm the one who saw the truth, who carried it when it was too heavy for anyone else. It cost us everything, our name, our wealth, our illusions, but it gave us something too. Honesty, a chance to start again. The sun dips low, painting the Puget Sound gold. I think about the coin, the server, the moment it all unraveled. I think about Mom's note, Dad's confession, Liam's choice. We're broken, but we're here, together in the wreckage. The storm's over, but the landscape's changed forever. I don't know what comes next. More trials, more headlines, more nights where I wake up wondering if I did the right thing. But as Mom's hand squeezes my shoulder, as Liam's laugh carries across the yard, I feel something new. Hope. Not the loud, shiny kind, but the quiet, stubborn kind that grows in the cracks of broken things. I'm still the black sheep. Maybe always will be. But now I know that sometimes, the black sheep is the one who saves the flock from the wolf they let in. And maybe, just maybe, that's enough. My family's story is a reminder that sometimes being the black sheep doesn't mean you're lost, it means you're the only one willing to face the wolves they've let inside. The path to truth can be isolating, but it's the only one that leads to real freedom. If you feel like an outcast, remember that your perspective might be the one thing that can save everyone. What's a truth only you can see? Share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for more stories about fighting for what's right, no matter the cost.